Do you wish that as a leader, you could be a better presenter, speaker, or facilitator? Well, today I'm going to share some tips with you on how you can up your speaking game after just one podcast episode.
Welcome to the Leadership Coaching Group's podcast. I'm your host, Liz Howard, an entrepreneur, author, and executive leadership coach. This is where I introduce you to the top experts that discuss the burning topics that leaders at all levels need to know about. My goal is to help you become a leader that you are confident others will want to follow. So, subscribe to the show, listen in weekly, and watch your confidence as a leader grow.
Well, hello, leader. Welcome back to the podcast. So today I'm putting together a special bonus episode for you because I am really excited about the new mini course that I am launching in just a couple weeks. It's called Presenting Without Panic. I'm going to go over some of the top skills that I've learned over the years from professionals and just through my own experience on how to deliver really effective presentations. I've had the opportunity actually to critique presentations for people that work in various organizations and help them really fine-tune their messaging. It's so much fun. But I will tell you, I do this with a lot of love and a lot of compassion, because I have been critiqued quite a lot over years and years and years. I know how hard it can be to get feedback on things like this. You probably don't know this about me because I don't talk about it. But when I was in high school, I was actually part of the Miss Junior America beauty pageant. And when I was preparing and working with my pageant coach, we went over and over and over how to speak, how to utilize your body during presentations, when to pause, when to speed up, when to slow down. I had to watch myself on video not only for that preparation, but also later when I was promoted into a sales role for this billion-dollar corporation that I worked for. It was very intense. It kind of felt like initiation, but it was this very intense sales training. And you were thrown literally in a ring. There's a ring of all these other people around you. You were put in the middle with one of the senior executives from the company, and you had to sell something to them while you were being recorded. Not easy. And then you watched your video and got critique from your direct manager. Brutal. So when I teach these things, I try to make it a little more comfortable. But I will say that though it was a challenging experience for me, I'm really grateful for it. I actually have fun talking to people. I'm really comfortable in huge audiences or small ones, and it didn't start out that way. It was learning the skills and developing the skills that really helped give me the confidence to do this. So what I want to do is share some of my top tips with you right now today. And if you like it, then at the end of this podcast, I'm going to give you more information on how you can sign up for my course, and I will give you the opportunity for a really exciting freebie at the end of this episode. So hang in there with me. Okay, so first and foremost, when it comes to presentations, you've got to know your content. I know this might sound like a no-brainer, but you shouldn't be relying on your slides to give you all of the information. I think that's almost the worst thing you can do. Slides are good little cues. They can help provide visual aids and keep people engaged with you. And they certainly can help keep you on track, no doubt. But you want to make sure that you really know what you are talking about. You want to practice it several times. Know how the information sounds when it's flowing. Know the areas where you might need some notes. You might need to double check some specific data or facts. Nothing wrong with that. Just know where that is. That way when you come across those points, you feel totally ready. My grandfather was a really successful litigator. He was known for being a tough lawyer. And though I never actually got to meet him, I have heard lots of stories about him and his career. And one thing that I heard over and over from the people that knew him best, before a really big trial, he would take his notes and practice his speech in front of a mirror. So he would see how he looked, how he was moving his body, if he was pausing at the right times, and just really hear those words coming out of his mouth. So when he was delivering his case, he didn't trip over the most important parts. I think this is a really, really good idea, and I've done it before some of my biggest speeches too. But bearing in mind that technology has come a little bit farther since then, Now, I take advantage of having video cameras on basically every device that I own. Not my favorite thing to do in the moment. Knowing that a video camera is on you can be a little nerve-wracking, even if it's just your own. And watching the video can be really hard. Hearing your own voice and seeing what you're doing on camera is definitely challenging at first. But it really, really has helped me fine-tune the presentations that matter most. Think about some of the best athletes in the world, even some really competitive high school teams. It's not uncommon for them to replay certain pieces of a game or a practice so that the athletes can see what they did, how they're moving, kind of become aware of some of their blind spots. This is the exact same thing that you're going to bring into your practice. Next, you just have to kind of know yourself a little bit. Know whether or not you're a person who can get away with saying a joke at the beginning of a presentation, or if you really shouldn't be trying to be funny. You have to know what your strengths are and know what your weaknesses are and work with them. Don't try to be something that you're not. It's okay if you're not funny. Don't go with that. It's also okay if you're kind of a quiet person. I had a professor in college who was really wonderful, but she did not have a strong voice at all. There wasn't one class where she didn't have a microphone attached to her shirt so that everyone in the room could hear her. It was absolutely necessary, but she knew that about herself. It was great, and it was no problem. So you really want to make sure that you know yourself as well. Know what you can maximize. Know what you should amplify. Know what you shouldn't. Just be very real about who you are and what you have to bring to the table. The next thing is to be aware of your audience. Look, if you're asked to speak on something, you really have to know why it is you are up there. Do people need more information? Do they need to be told what to do next? Do they know any of the jargon that you have in your presentation? Don't assume anything. You have to really understand where your audience is and where you want to take them. But if the journey is going to be a smooth one, you have to understand where they are in the journey and what you have to do to get them to the other side. Make sure to be very real about who it is that you're talking to. And then when you're wrapping up, usually there's something that you want people to do. There's some kind of action you want them to take. Great, let them know what it is and do it more than once. In fact, when you start your presentation, you may want to say something like, "This presentation is an ask for more funding for my project." Let them know what they need to be paying attention to, what questions they need to ask. And then at the end, tell them, "I'm the point of contact to receive more funding for this project. As a project manager, I can be reached. Here's my email, here's my phone number." However it makes sense for them to get in touch with you. Just let them know what you want them to do. Do they need to sign off on a budget? Let them know specifically what they need to do. And if there's any way that you can make it easier for them to do it, then do it in that moment. So everything is all set. Take down as many barriers to action as you possibly can. You want to make it as easy as possible for your audience to take the next step. Okay, I hope this is interesting to you. These are sort of the wave tops of what we're going to be covering in the new mini course that goes live in just about 2 weeks. And here's something really cool that I'm excited to offer to you. Anyone who pre-buys this course, that means if you buy it before it launches, you're going to get a special rate of just $59. After it launches, it's going to only be available for $95. So get it now and get it at this awesome, awesome rate. And here's what I'm so excited about. The first 10 people that buy this course, that pre-buy this course before the launch, will get a free 30-minute one-on-one coaching session with me. I will be there with you to go through your presentation, answer any questions that you had about the course, and help you really fine-tune your presentation to make sure that you shine. I cannot wait to spend this time with you. We're going to meet over Zoom. The first 10 people to sign up for this course will get it. Now, I'm sending this out to an email list. I have a small list, probably about 3,000, and to everyone on this podcast. So I want to make sure that you are one of the people that I get to have this coaching time with. So here's what to do. Go to courses.tlcgpodcast.com. That's courses, courses.tlcgpodcast.com, and sign up. The first 10 people that sign up will get an email from me telling you congratulations, and we will set up our one-on-one coaching call after you've completed your course. I can't wait to do this with you. I'm so excited to see you and your presentation shine. The link for this course is in the show notes. So if you don't remember courses.tlcgpodcast.com, then just pop on over to the show notes, click the link, and get signed up. I will see you guys there. Until next time, bye-bye.
Hey guys, if you're getting anything out of this show, please head on over to iTunes and leave us a review. I read every single one, and honestly, your feedback is single-handedly what keeps this show going. So go to iTunes and let us know you're listening. Thank you so much for being a part of our community.